doing all that junk. This dude here, he's good with hunting. Why do serial killers have some type of skill that they use for their crazy acts of killings? I don't understand why at all. It makes no sense to me. Why? It makes sense. No, it makes sense. I'm not saying that it don't make sense, but I'm saying, like, why does every serial killer has some type of skill that they can use for their serial killing? If that makes sense. I don't know. Let's just play the video.
His victims went from animals to human beings.
The dense and rugged Alaskan wilderness provided the perfect cover for a fierce and sadistic killer.
He would abduct women, often sex workers, and assault them before driving or flying them out to the wilderness. Here was where
he fly them out to the wilderness.
He would hunt them down like prey, toying with their lives.
Oh, this is some. This dude would capture females or people and then set them loose and then hunt them down like if they was animals. I've seen a movie where they did that in a movie. But it wasn't no serial killer. This is real life.
Nicknamed the Butcher Baker by the media.
The Butcher Baker? What a horrible name.
And killed at least
horrible name.
Women.
In his confession, Hansen described how he would take his victims into the woods and hunt them as prey.
In 1983, a teenage sex worker named Cindy Paulson was set to be on that list.
That was a sex worker. Teenage sex worker. What the hell is this? What? So, chat, please, and now, like, tell me what the hell that is. What? Okay.
However, she managed to escape when he was stalking his plane and alerted the authorities, who would arrest him. He received a sentence of 461 years and died in prison after serving 31 years.
After his sentencing,
at least he served 31 years. There's a lot of people that don't even do 10 years after they do something. They just end up dying. To like very close.
Hansen accompanied troopers into the field to find more of his victims, represented by X's on his map.
Number 9. Israel Keys.
He looks like someone that would do that. He just looks like someone that would just.
What's most terrifying for the police and the public is a killer with no MO. But to make things
what the hell's a MO?
Worse.
Am I slow? Hold on, let's look this up. What the hell is a MO? What? Mordius OO Pro. Okay, so it's okay. He didn't have a pattern. He would do everything different. So every killer has a pattern that they do it. They do it this way, and they do every killing the same way, or close to the same way, or something about it is the same. For example, Jeffrey Dahmer with the getting the insides of people's things, and him putting stuff in their drink. That's a pattern. That's Jeffrey Dahmer's pattern. He puts stuff in their drink, gets them drugged, and then he strangles them. That's his in GTA, of course. That's his pattern. That's his MO. But this dude didn't have a pattern. He did everything different. That's way harder to be caught if you don't have MO.
Number 9. Israel Keys. What's most
It's just a fun fact, you feel me? I just learned what it was and I broke it down for y'all. Cause I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only slow person here, you feel me? I know I'm not the only slow person. You know?
It's terrifying for the police and the public is a killer with no MO. But to make things worse, how about one who was also trained by the US Army? This was
oh my gosh, this dude see what I mean by a skill? By a skill, this dude was trained by the US Army, so he knew what he was doing. He knew how to get away with junk. This dude was trained by the US Army. He implements every single one of these serial killers are implementing skills. How?
Was the case of Israel Keys.
I would let them come to me. Just remote area.
This is a real interrogation video.
A remote area that's not anywhere near where you live.
How to go to a remote area where it's nowhere you live.
Other people go to as well.
Across the country, Keys had set up kill kits, which gave him access to equipment wherever he decided to attack someone.
So he had stations, or where he had, or stuff that he had in every area, every city or every state that he went to. He had, and let's say a book bag set in a place. So, oh, I want to kill here today in GTA. Oh, there's my stuff right there. He has it. Oh,
after he killed 18-year-old Samantha Koenig, the FBI was able to track his bank account use and make an arrest following the demand for a
bank account. Bank account use. That's something. If you ever get any type of money, like, it's not legal in GTA, of course, or doing something illegal, they always trace a couple things: your phone, with your social medias, or who you call or who you're on the phone with. Right? That's one. Two is your bank accounts. That's why it's best to have everything in cash, and it's always best to use a flip phone, a minute phone, or just don't even use it. Just break it and then get a new one, or just don't use a phone at all. That's one. And with the money and the bank accounts, just do everything cash. Cash is not traceable. They cannot trace cash.
Bank account use and make an arrest following the demand for a ransom.
Unless you take money out of the bank account, then that is very traceable.
Police arrested 34-year-old Israel Keys 4,000 miles away in Texas.
Golly, that's far.
Custody, however, it was discovered that Keys was responsible for the murder of multiple victims.
We did spend a fair amount of time talking about his crimes and his offenses as well, and those times were definitely very chilling to hear him talk about what he's done.
What year was this? This doesn't look that old. This looks like 2000s. Like, this looks like it's in the 2000s. This really do.
Faced trial in 2012. Keys took.
He faced trial in 2012, bro. This is not that long ago, bro. What the man?
Life, and taking with him information that might have been used to solve other crimes. Number 8, John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, everyone knows about him. Actually, I hope they make a show about him, just like the Jeffrey Dahmer one. Because if y'all know, this dude was crazy. If you don't know, now you know. This dude was crazy. Hopefully they make a show about him. I would watch it. I'm not promoting it. By saying that I hope they make a show, it's not promoting what they did. It's just more like more people know of what he did, and more people talk down on the person. Not talk down, but they like, we should know what happened. It's like we should know it's like same thing with the history. We should know about what happened in the past, so it doesn't happen again. Type, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. Let me move this because I had moved it when wrong thing. Yeah, like that. Okay, that's better. All right.
One pretty common phobia is clowns, and the case of John
Killer Clown. This was. All right, we've reconnected. Don't know why it does this, but anyways, this dude had 30-something confirmed kills, but it's actually known not to know. Like, we don't know the actual number. They say it's higher, but when we're talking about confirmed kills, it's 30-something kills that this dude has on GTA. But the actual number is still unknown, and some people believe that it's in the 40-somethings. But the actual confirmed number is 30-something. But again, we don't know that for a fact.
Ease any of those fears.
36-year-old John Wayne Gacy was a popular socialite who spent his weekends.
Killer Clown, the real Killer Clown, bro. I'm pretty sure this dude, he inspired Pennywise. I'm pretty sure from It. This dude right here was the one who inspired Pennywise. I'm pretty sure. I'm really positively sure. This dude, he inspired It. Is that Pogo? Okay. Never mind. Sees Pogo right there.
Clown persona at parties and events, but behind the scenes, he was a rampant killer of boys and men. In 1978, after suspecting the police were onto him, a paranoid Gacy would confess his crimes to his lawyers. The police had what they needed to search his house, where they would find several remains in his crawl space.
This is
29 bodies buried in that house of his.
Golly, and it was all in like one little crosshair spot. Like it's right under his house. They said that he had too many bodies that he couldn't fit anymore. And that's how he got caught. That's what I've heard. I really didn't even look at the documentary. I should on Netflix. But I'm actually going to wait to see if they drop a show. Then I'll watch the documentary. That's what I'm about to do.
Summerdale, a crime of horrendous proportions. In the crawl space underneath, bodies covered with lime and encased in plastic.
That's crazy.
Dug up a few days before Christmas.
That's crazy. This is real footage, by the way.
He
In
was
GTA.
charged with the murder of 33 young men and would spend 14 years
33.
on death row before being executed.
33, but it's not known. Like the actual, what the hell? The real number is not known.
Forensic psychology.
33, but the real number is not known.
Dale, a crime of horrendous
Space.
29 bodies buried in that house of his on Summerdale, a crime of horrendous proportions. In the crawl space underneath, bodies covered with lime and encased in plastic.
Oh my.
Dug up a few days before Christmas and carried into the December.
Couple days before
He
Christmas
was
is
charged
crazy.
with the murder of 33 young men.
33.
And would spend 14 years on death row before being executed by lethal injection.
It was a circus. We were in a room at some point and
He spoke about Jeffrey Dahmer as well. I'm pretty sure he called Jeffrey Dahmer insane. If I'm not like insane, like if he was sane or insane, I think he called Jeffrey Dahmer insane. I'm not positive, but I think so.
Screen, and we saw thousands of people lined up at least a mile down the street at the prison.
Yeah,
signs: "Kill the clown," "Kill Gacy."
Number 7, Marcel Petiot. With France under
This dude looks evil, bro. Just look at this man. He does not look like someone that's happy or has ever been happy. Look at this man. Golly.
German occupation in the 1940s, Marcel Petiot, a doctor, preyed on those attempting to escape.
And again, someone with skill at something. A doctor. Last dude, he was a clown, which he used that to his ability, which was John GACY. The dude before that was a U.S. Marine. Dude before that, he liked hunting. He was good at hunting. This dude is a doctor.
Persecution. Later claiming he was working for the resistance, even though there was no evidence, Petiot set up a fake escape route under the name Dr. Eugène.
In the midst of the German occupation during World War II.
Oh, this was during World War II?
For operating a secret escape route for Jewish people attempting to leave Paris.
He gave those running a fake vaccine containing cyanide before stealing their valuables and disposing of their bodies. With 23 remains discovered, Petiot was executed in 1946.
Again, it says 23 discovered, so we really don't know the real number with this dude either.
His last words, "Gentlemen, I ask you not to look. This will not be very pretty."
He's thought to have claimed around 60 victims in all.
60 victims, golly, 60 people.
Jeffrey Dahmer. From his
Here's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer began a horrific killing spree. His victims were all men or boys, and many of his later crimes involved unspeakable acts to the bodies.
Jeffrey Dahmer was responsible for
real footage, by the
more
way.
than a dozen people.
GTA.
The majority of those murders happened in an apartment near the Marquette campus.
And then in Milwaukee, the apartment, oh my, where his neighbor smelled everything and tried getting him in.
In
1991, if you watch the show, you know.
Dahmer enticed Tracy Edwards back to his apartment with the promise of beer and payment for
Tracy Edwards, I'm pretty sure that's the one that escapes and then gets him locked up.
photographs. However, Edwards realized something was wrong and managed to escape. After he flagged down police officers, Dahmer's apartment was investigated, and grim evidence was found.
And he told everything in the interview. Everything he told in it.
Leading to Dahmer's arrest.
There's actually a secret. He confessed to all his kills, but some people believe that there's one more that actually happened in the very same apartment that we have, that no one knows if it was actually him, but it's believed so. And there's a little bit of evidence that indicates that it was also Jeffrey Dahmer. So they say 17, but it could really be 18 confirmed. Well, it's 17 confirmed, but it really could be 18. And it could be more. We really don't know, because we don't know these people.
arrest.
His macabre 13-year crime spree finally ended when this man, Tracy Edwards, brought the police to the...
Fun fact, Tracy Edwards ended up becoming homeless. Well, he got arrested. He, for something, I forgot. He ended up being freed from jail or prison, and then he ended up becoming homeless. And then him and one other homeless guy, or just him, I don't know if it was one or two, can't remember. He actually ended up killing someone. He ended up, on GTA of course, he ended up pushing another homeless man off a bridge. Fun fact. That's a fun fact about Tracy Edwards. Whatever his name is.
The infamous apartment. Like the others, he had gone there with the promise of money.
He was listening to my heart, because at a point he told me he was going to eat my heart at that point.
He was convicted of...
he actually did eat hearts too. What did Juice WRLD? Juice WRLD said something, she a killer and a eater, she a Jeffrey Dahmer. I think he said something like that in GTA.
Because at a point he told me he was going to eat my heart at that point.
He was convicted of 15 murders and sentenced to life in prison.
15? It was 17. This dude's info is so incorrect. It was 17.
1994, he was fatally attacked by fellow inmate. He was convicted...
The inmate of killing. How many people did Jeffrey... Look, he's going to say 17. What did I say? Let me move my camera. I know I'm not tripping. 17. Did you... Oh, okay. 17, not 15. Wrong information.
Convicted of 15 murders and sentenced to life imprisonment. However, in 1994, he was fatally attacked by fellow inmate Christopher Scarver.
And Christopher Scarver, whatever his name is, which is the dude that killed him in GTA, ended up killing him and one other person as well. They was both cleaning the where people do exercise, and that's where he ended up killing them. And fun fact, they say he killed him because Jeffrey Dahmer used to imitate how the food into body parts that he ate and put ketchup all over it and act like it's blood, and he would imitate and disturb the inmates doing that.
Number of people.
That's from what I heard.
That Jeffrey Dahmer got exactly what he deserved. And I called his mother. She said, "Well, now everybody got what they want. The monster is dead." And then she said, "He was my son. He was my boy."
Number 5.
His mom wasn't even there for the kid, bro. Anyways, the mother didn't even claim him. Like when he was growing up, mother was never there for him. I feel like if he was raised differently, he would never been a serial killer. Jeffrey Dahmer is one of those people that if he was raised differently, if he was raised with an actual family, actual mother, and was different, if he was actually different, he would not have been a serial killer. That's what I think.
David Parker Ray. Sometimes killers go that extra terrifying mile with their modus operandi. David Parker Ray modified a trailer that would be labeled his toy box. The trailer was soundproofed and filled with instruments for his violence.
This was equipped with...
Wait, this is a different person? Who the hell is this dude? David Parker Ray.
Their modus operandi. Sometimes killers go that extra terrifying mile with their modus operandi. David Parker Ray modified a trailer that would be labeled his toy box. The trailer was...
Okay, this dude's crazy. This dude here is crazy. Bro.
Soundproofed and filled with instruments for his violence.
This was equipped with all sorts of torture devices.
He tortured his people before killing them.
Pictures.
This is like a Jeffrey Dahmer, but if Jeffrey Dahmer actually tortured people, it was a mechanic. I bet this dude was like a mechanic or something, and he used that skill.
Called it the Den of Satan.
He would abduct women, abuse them for months in the trailer.
Months?
And presumably eventually end their lives.
Wow.
Sometimes with accomplices, one of them being his girlfriend, Cynthia Hendy. In
wow.
1999, a woman managed to escape the toy box.
He looked like someone off Red Dead.
After 3 days and get help from a neighbor.
Red Dead 2.
That's what I went through. And these families deserve to have these people.
Was that a victim?
Managed to escape the toy box after 3 days and get help from a neighbor.
Yep. 3 days. Damn, she was in there for 3 days.
And these families deserve to have these people.
This looks like to either late 90s or early 2000s. This kind of looks like early 2000s. like by quality, video quality.
To know what happened.
The police immediately arrested Ray.
Or late 90s.
On a plea deal, Ray was sentenced to 224 years in jail, while Hendy, who testified against her former partner, got
He should have gotten more though. He should have gotten more.
36 years. It's unknown how many women Ray
Her partner got 36. Wait, she had help.
He claimed
I mean, he had help.
40 women from across the U.S.
40.
Since
God.
no bodies were ever found, he was never charged, and he never will be. Ray died in.
So he never got charged for the bodies. 'Cause the bodies were never found. Is that what I heard?
Bodies were ever found to have abducted 40 women from across the U.S. Since no bodies were ever found, he was never charged, and he never will be. Ray died in prison in 2002 by heart attack.
He never got charged for the bodies because they were never found. So what did he get arrested for? What did he face? That's my question. What the hell did he fight in prison? What was he fighting? Was he fighting I'm pretty sure I know what he was probably fighting the girl that escaped. He was probably fighting kidnapped, attempted murder, torture, all that stuff.
Number 4.
GTA.
Fred and Rosemary West. Occasionally, serial killers.
Don't tell me this is the Bonnie Clyde of serial killers, bro. Ain't no way.
Number 4. Fred and Rosemary West.
Don't tell me.
Occasionally, serial killers come in pairs.
You're talking about two people who literally plumb the depths of human depravity.
While Fred had murdered in the past before meeting Rosemary Letts,
that's
Rose's
crazy.
First victim was purportedly Fred's stepdaughter.
The stepdaughter? Oh, what? Nah, that's crazy. No, and they were still together after that. That's crazy.
Then went on a rampage,
wow,
assaulting and killing 9 other people together, including West's first wife, Catherine Costello, and their daughter, Heather.
Why?
West. Many of the bodies were buried on their properties.
Even though they were not alive, he wants access. He wants to feel that he can actually be part of this area, and they are part of this area. This is his private graveyard.
After investigating
he had a private graveyard, bro. What the?
Assault charges against the couple, the police found evidence of the violence. Although officially charged with 12 killings altogether, that number is estimated to be higher. In 1995,
of course, because they only found 12. It's 12 confirmed, but at the end of the day, we really don't know.
Before his trial, West took his own life, and Letts was sentenced to life in prison.
Damn.
I was absolutely gutted. I wanted him to pay the proper price. And
oh damn! Do you think that's kind of selfish that he died? He killed himself, and then his partner had to do it all the time by herself, and he didn't do anything. I don't know. That's just me thinking.
He just took his own way out and had his own way about what happened to him. He was in control right to the end.
Number 3, Albert Fish.
Albert Fish. 100 years ago,
killer on the loose, nicknamed many things, including the Gray Man and even the Boogeyman. Honestly,
I think I heard of this dude before. Fun fact: my prediction is that Jack the Reaper is going to be first place. He's the most notorious killer of all time.
It's not
serial
too
killer.
far off.
GTA.
Albert Fish was a disturbed individual who targeted children. While we can't exactly list off the crimes toward
What's up with these serial killers targeting children, bro? What is their problem?
them,
Why don't they pick on someone their own size?
just know they're terrible. To make things even more disturbing, the unhinged Fish sent the mother of one of his victims a letter describing what he did.
Bro. What? This dude would kill their kids in GTA, the parents' kids in GTA, right? And then send the kids' parents a letter of what he did to them and how he did it and described it. Bro, what the? Nah, ain't no way. I can't even believe that. That's sinister right there. That's mind blowing.
10 years after Fish began
Bro, what the hell? They sound like one of these rappers when they diss another dead person and then they say how they died.
One of his victims.
That's basically what he did, but this is worse. Way worse.
A letter describing what he did.
GTA.
2 years after Fish began his acts, he was captured in 1934 after witnesses claimed to have seen him with missing children. Fish would admit to the murders, but would also claim he had over 100 victims. At his trial the following year,
100?
to execution, which was carried out in 1936.
100 victims.
Harold Shipman.
And there were
Doctors
kids.
are meant to be people we all trust.
Doctors, see? People with skills, bro. Why?
The case of Harold Shipman especially chilling.
He don't look like someone that would do that either. He don't look like someone that would.
People we all trust. This makes the case of Harold Shipman especially chilling. He was a general practitioner in England who took people under his care only to end their lives.
5 of the 15 women he's been convicted of murdering died in his surgery. Normally, doctors have no such deaths.
So wait, he would kill them during the surgery? Like he would purposely like sabotage the surgery? That's messed up.
Who took people under his care only to end their lives.
Wow, so he would put people in surgery just to kill them or just to let them die. That's messed up. That's really messed up. You're supposed to be helping them, not
women who've been convicted of murdering died in his surgery. Normally, doctors have no such deaths. He signed 70% of his death certificates. Normally, it's no more than 30%.
In 1998, one of his patients suddenly passed away, and a will, one that the family knew nothing about, gifted a lot of cash to Shipman. Police investigated the doctor and found evidence of forgery.
He falsified computerized medical records. He entered false information on his victims' death certificates.
He got caught for lying in all the papers. All the papers. That's how he got caught, for lying in every single one about the victims.
And lied to their families.
He just lied.
They found that many of his patients seemed to pass from overdoses of diamorphine. In 1999, Shipman was charged with the murder of 15 people.
Overdose. People don't overdose. You're a doctor. You know you can't put too much on there.
Many of whom were older women.
I feel like it was not hard to catch this man.
He was sentenced to life in prison, and in the aftermath, there were thought to be...
It's always those glasses, bro. Always those glasses. It's always those glasses. It's always those glasses, bro. It's always those glasses.
Prison, and in the aftermath,
no.
As many as 250 victims.
Now he's taken his own life. He was found in his prison cell at 6:20 a.m.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell.
Yeah, look in the description.
Our latest videos.
Look in the description of the video.
How about a
Pedro? Pedro, come on, bro. The only Hispanic in here. Come on, bro. Why you gotta do us Hispanics like that? Come on. You better not be Cuban.
Number 1. Pedro Lopez. What's worse than a serial killer? Well, how about a known one authorities can't...
Actually, I'm surprised Ryan... Oh. Damn, what? Ryan Hernandez. I'm surprised Ryan Hernandez ain't on this list. The Night Stalker, if y'all don't know what that is. He was... That boy. Wait, what is Pedro Lopez? Let me make sure he's not Cuban. I'm Cuban. That's gonna... Would be very disappointing. Colombian. Golly, Colombian. Like Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar was a serial killer too, in a way.
Than a serial killer? Well, how about a known one authorities can't currently locate? Born in Colombia.
Can't look. They can't. Wait, he's out. He's free right now? You're lying. They can't find him. What do you mean? I'm about to hide. I'm about to hide. What? I'm about to hide under my bed, in my closet. I'm gonna go somewhere.
One authorities can't currently locate. Born in Colombia, Pedro Lopez was a serial murderer across South America and was nicknamed the Monster of the Andes.
South America. I'm in America. We're good.
Could have carried out so much violence.
This is crazy to me, though.
If Lopez was telling the truth, he'd rank among the most prolific serial killers in history.
In 1980,
God, leave that cancer stick.
To abduct someone, Lopez was arrested in Ecuador. He was soon charged with 110 homicides.
110 is crazy, and we don't know if it's more. That's confirmed.
Lopez reportedly confessed that his victims could total more than 300.
See what I mean? See what I mean? The actual number is unknown. It's just what they found is confirmed.
it seemed, hoped to gain a twisted kind of immortality.
That's crazy.
In 2006,
he said I'm too young to die.
In 2006, the Guinness World Records actually named him the most prolific serial killer.
He went on the Guinness World Record for her. Why are they giving him a world record? Why? Does it ever occur to them that someone might try to go beat that record just to be in the world record book? Why?
Before it was taken
Why?
Bad taste. Unfortunately, Lopez was released for good behavior in 1998 and was declared sane. But as of 2000,
how do you get released after those?
2002,
okay, whatever.
After being linked to another murder, his whereabouts are unknown.
He's disappeared since 2002 after committing another murder.
He went back into the countryside he knew so well.
Yep, everyone hide. Everyone hide. Everyone hide.
Victims.
What the actual... Oh my.
That was the last time anyone reported seeing Pedro Alonso Lopez.
I think that was the last one. Yep. Oh my, what the hell is that?